Hey everyone, welcome back. Ready for another deep dive.
Always ready to explore.
Awesome. So today we're tackling something super relatable. Achieving those big, audacious dreams we all have tucked away.
Those aspirations that keep us going, right?
Exactly. And for inspiration, we're turning to Monalisa's journey to success in the world of digital marketing.
Her story's pretty incredible.
It really is. But what's cool is that her story isn't just for aspiring marketers.
Definitely not. It's about taking those dreams, whatever they may be, and making them a reality.
Love that. And that's what we're diving into today. By the end of this, you'll have some solid takeaways to apply to your own goals. Sound good?
Sounds like a plan. Let's do it.
All right. So one of the things that struck me about Monalisa's story is the emphasis on having a crystal clear vision.
Oh, absolutely. It's not just about wanting success. It's about defining what success actually means to you.
Okay, that makes sense. So how did Monalisa go beyond just, a vague desire for success?
Well, our source material reveals that Mona Lisa was super passionate about helping small businesses get their message out there, find their voice online.
I see.
That clarity of purpose really helped her attract those ideal clients, those businesses that really resonated with her, and it helped her shape the services she offered.
Got it. So that specific vision probably helped her stay focused, right? Like when
Yeah.
I have a goal that's kind of fuzzy, it's so easy to get distracted and lose momentum. Did Mona Lisa have any strategies for staying on track and keeping her motivation high?
Absolutely. She wasn't just relying on willpower, that can only take you so far.
Right.
She actively sought out support and inspiration. One thing she did was join a mastermind group specifically for female entrepreneurs.
Our move. Yeah.
Yeah. It provided accountability and a safe space for bouncing ideas around. Plus, she mentioned in an interview that she regularly listened to podcasts featuring successful business owners using their stories as fuel for her own journey.
Podcasts, eh? Smart move. So she had a vision, a support system. But how did she actually learn the nitty-gritty of digital marketing? Where did she get the skills and knowledge?
Mona Lisa wasn't afraid to invest in her education. She enrolled in an online course to learn the fundamentals of SEO and content marketing.
Oh, okay.
She also devoured books on copywriting and social media strategy. I mean, she really went all in.
Wow.
Even attended industry conferences. Those can be super valuable. Networking with other pros, learning from the experts.
That's awesome. You've actually got me thinking. I love learning new things, but sometimes I get bogged down in information overload. Did Mona Lisa ever talk about how she avoided that trap and actually, put her knowledge into action?
Well, she was a big believer in taking action even before she felt totally ready.
Interesting.
Our source material hints that she took a pretty strategic approach. It mentions she launched a free ebook, to start building her email list before she ever took on paid clients.
So
That's a great example of action over perfection.
that's such a clever strategy. I bet that helped her gain confidence and get some early wins under her belt. And speaking of wins, did Mona Lisa talk about how she celebrated her successes along the way? I feel like that's something I often forget to do.
Celebrating those milestones is crucial. Keeps the motivation going.
Absolutely.
Mona Lisa kept a journal where she tracked her progress, both big and small. She also made it a point to reward herself for hitting specific goals.
Love it.
Sometimes it was a weekend getaway. Sometimes it was investing in new equipment for her business, whatever felt right for her at the time.
That's awesome. A little self-care goes a long way, right? Okay, so we've talked about vision, support, continuous learning, taking action.
Hmm.
But I'm curious, did she specifically mention anything about dealing with setbacks? I mean, I'm sure she didn't just sail smoothly to success.
Of course not. Every entrepreneur, everyone really faces challenges along the way.
Right.
What's interesting about Mona Lisa's story is how she reframed setbacks. She saw them as opportunities to learn and grow.
Okay, that's a good way to look at it.
She talked about a time when she lost a major client, a really tough situation for any business owner.
I could imagine.
But instead of getting discouraged, she used that experience to analyze her processes and actually ended up strengthening her client communication strategies.
That's a really powerful mindset shift. So she had her vision, her support system, her commitment to learning, her action-oriented approach, and a healthy way of dealing with setbacks. Anything else we can glean from her journey?
Oh, there's one more key element. It comes up again and again in the source material: visualization.
Oh, interesting. Tell me more about that.
Monalisa was a big believer in the power of visualization. She had a vision board, where she'd put images and affirmations related to her goals.
Yeah, I've heard of those.
She'd also practice daily visualization, like really vividly imagining herself achieving those goals.
So she'd actually take time to just sit and picture her success.
Exactly. She believed it helped her stay focused and even attract the right opportunities.
That's amazing. I'm definitely going to try that. So to bring it all home, what's the biggest takeaway you think our listeners can get from Monalisa's incredible story?
It's really about the journey, not just the destination. Achieving your dreams is a process. It's about setting that clear vision, finding your support system, always learning and refining your skills, taking action consistently, celebrating your wins, learning from those inevitable setbacks, and, like we just talked about, harnessing the power of visualization.
Beautifully put. And to leave our listeners with something to just one, what's one small action they can take today to start putting these principles into practice?
Hmm, that's a great question. I'd say start by defining your dream. Get really specific, as much detail as you can muster. What does success look and feel like to you?
Okay, I like that.
And once you have that clear picture, identify just one small step, even tiny, that you can take today to move a little closer to that dream.
Fantastic advice. Thanks so much for sharing your insights today.
My pleasure. It was great to dive into this with you.
And to all our listeners, remember, like Mona Lisa, you have the power to turn your aspirations into reality. Keep dreaming big, keep taking action, and we'll see you in our next deep dive.